Andito po ulit kami!
Ako po si Ricky.
And ako po si Erica.
I'm Korean. I have a Filipino wife who is currently pregnant. How many months? 6 months?
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. And it's been a great journey since the day we found out that she was pregnant and dealing with all the first trimester cravings. So I'd like to share how we found out that she was pregnant and telling it to our both parents.
Yes.
Korean parents and Filipino parents.
I get so excited whenever I think of how we found out about our pregnancy.
Yeah, we had this feeling that she was pregnant even before we went through the kit.
We were at a Korean barbecue restaurant, and normally I don't really eat kimchi because it's too spicy. But that day I was eating kimchi like crazy.
I know. like she was finishing all the side dishes. Fresh kimchi, kimchi stew, kimchi pancake, like all the side dishes that was made of kimchi. And I was like, something's weird. I mean, yeah.
The next morning, I did the pregnancy test and it turned out positive. But one of the lines was too blurry, like I can barely see it.
Yeah, and then she came to me and asked me like, am I hallucinating? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? You know, like ask me these kind of questions.
And then a couple days later, we did the test again, and the lines, they became thicker and more visible.
And actually, we have been trying to have a baby since before, and we were so happy about it, of course. But at that time, we haven't had the wedding ceremony yet, so which means we haven't announced about our marriage to the public. And of course, we have to share this great news to the people around. First thing first, we had to tell our parents. In Korea, to some conservative family, being pregnant before the wedding is big deal. You know, it's a big thing.
So I was really nervous because I didn't know how they would react.
Luckily, we had that on our video. And yeah, we were having my family over for dinner, my brother and my mother. On the left, that's my brother, and on the right, yeah, that's my mom. They're both not yet ready to reveal themselves on YouTube, so we had to blur their faces. At that time, my dad couldn't be with us because he was on a business trip. Yeah.
두 개 있으면 하나 남아서 주는 거지.
엄마 에리카 임신했어요. 진짜요?
아니 장난하는 거지? 응?
진짜요?
진짜요?
네.
아 진짜요?
네.
나 셋이서 짜면서 지금 장난하는 거 같은데?
아니요. 진짜요?
아니 에리카가 말해봐.
왜요? 에리카 말하면 뭐 달라요?
에리카 거짓말 안 할 것 같아.
피검사했어요. 피검사.
언제?
화요일에 했어요. 결과는
오늘 나왔어?
나왔어요.
산부인과에서? 산부인과 가서 확인했어. 와, 너무 축하할 일이네 정말. 기쁜 일이네. 해봐야 되는데.
그게 에리카가 김치를 계속 먹는 거예요. 자기도 그걸 이상하게 느꼈던 거예요, 조금.
내가 김치.
내가 왜 신김치.
You know he's Korean. Oh, she's Korean.
The music.
They took it very nicely and cool, and they gave us their blessings. And after that, we flew to the Philippines to tell this great news to my family. And how we did it was...
We pretend like we're taking a family photo, right?
Yes. I asked Ricky to take us a family picture, but actually...
I was taking a video. 1, 2, 3.
Ay, sila.
Wala. 7 weeks.
Okay.
Yung reaction niya, nakuha sa video.
Ha?
Naka-video.
Yun?
Oo.
That's how we told about our pregnancy to both of our parents. When a guy hears that your wife is pregnant, it takes some time to fully aware of the situation. Because guys, we need to see with our own eyes to recognize the changes. And I started to see changes in her body. She became more beautiful. Yeah. pregnancy got her blooming.
Ooh.
Yeah. She became more circular and not only the changes in her body, the cravings.
In the first trimester, I mostly crave for kimchi.
And it was a document, so we're now with Lucy, and Erica doesn't have time in between to have lunch, so I prepared kimchi fried rice. This is her favorite, kimchi fried rice.
Oh, babe, nung kumawo. Oh my God.
Nice got it?
Oh, thank you so much, babe.
Itlog, right? Itlog?
Itlog, yes.
Itlog.
You remember?
Yeah. Did you want dalawa itlog or isang itlog?
Isang itlog lang.
Isang itlog good enough, huh?
Yes. Jambok.
And that's how I know that our baby is at least half Korean.
You remember about Toron?
Yes. It's so hard to find turon in Korea, you know. And we had to call all the Pinay restaurants so if they have turon. We finally had it. Although we haven't really posted all the videos on YouTube, but I did a lot, and I think I became like personal chef of Erica, right? Whenever she said, "Oh, I want this," and then okay, I look up on the internet how to make it, and then I bring them on a few hours later.
And then I changed my mind. Oh, I don't want that anymore.
And I end up eating everything.
I'm sorry. Oh. As time passed by, I couldn't hide my Filipino gene anymore in wanting to have a gender reveal party for the baby.
When I first heard about the gender reveal party, I didn't believe that it's a real thing. Because I wanted to know the gender as soon as possible. You know, I haven't seen anyone doing it in Korea.
Actually, after posting the first video where we announced our pregnancy,
The first video with my grandmother.
yes, saw many of your comments about the gender reveal party, and I showed them to Ricky to convince him. Convince him we should really do it.
내가 이거 비누로 할 테니까 너가 물로 씻어 그럼 알았어?
Gender reveal party haja.
근데 어때?
And do you remember I've showed you some videos how they do it?
Like balloon 뭐 이런 거?
Yeah. I think we should do it too, you know. Isn't it fun?
I'm taking this video.
Yeah.
Okay, then we should do it.
And after seeing all the comments, we decided to have a gender reveal party. And that was about the time that we could know the gender, right?
Yeah.
So we told our obigaini to not to tell us the gender.
We asked her to write it on a piece of paper.
And then we gave this paper to my brother to help us prepare the party. And we invited our friends and family.
My family in the Philippines, since they couldn't make it here, we planned to do a Skype video call. First, we made an invitation card to send out to our friends and family.
Using her Filipino superpower of preparing a party. Just making an invitation card.
Babe, can you help me?
What?
Because I couldn't decide which one to use. This one or this one?
I think one on the right.
Why? Because you look good here.
No. Because you look beautiful here. That's why. And then I bought the most important equipment for a Filipino party. I got this idea from Joe Coy. He's a Filipino-American stand-up comedian. There are like 187 languages in the Philippines. And then there is one common language that every Filipino speaks.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Yes, he said karaoke.
Yeah, karaoke. I bought this small karaoke machine. And it was actually a surprise for Erica, and she was so happy.
Yes, I didn't know.
You, my darling, you. Now, are we like real Filipino family now?
It's like, well, we're in the Philippines, there's a karaoke.
You see this up here? Like this?
Where did you buy this?
From online.
I have to go back to work.
Okay,
Okay.
work from
How about you sing and ride bicycle at the same time? 1, 2, 3, go!
happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
and we started to put decorations in our house. And all of a sudden, I thought that I wouldn't have this much of fun and meaningful moment if I haven't married Filipina, you, Erica. For that, I really want to thank you for giving me such a nice experience that I would never experience without you.
You're making me teary. Thank you.
Okay, for the bonus clip for today, we would like to apologize for not being able to reply all the questions through the messages, comments. So we picked 3 most asked questions. First question, house tour.
Yes.
We will do it, but just that our house is not yet finished. It's still undergoing some minor constructions. So when it's done, we will make a house tour video for sure.
And next question po is how I got my scholarship here in Korea. I will leave a link below po where you can find all the details of the universities and scholarships here in Korea. And then gagawa rin po ako ng video soon na may mas detalyeng impormasyon kung paano po ako nakapag-aral dito sa Korea.
Erica, how many siblings have they studied in Korea?
And the last question po is Ricky pure Korean? Are you pure Korean?
Actually, I'm a half Filipino.
What? Okay.
Because she is my other half. So at least it makes me a half Filipino.
Okay.
Yeah, both of my parents are Korean. So as far as I know about myself, I am pure Korean. Yeah.
So Rick, do you want to say paalam to everybody?
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Kita-kita po ulit tayo sa Martes.
Wow! Paalam po!
Did I say right?
Yes.
But do I sound for you? No?
You sounded perfect.
Do I still have accent?
I like it.